Yo, what's good, my guy?
Yo, 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 what's up, man?
Man, not too much, not too much. Got a little bit of football to talk about from this weekend, man. It was a packed full weekend.
Yeah, on both sides. We got college and NFL to talk about, so let's hop into it, man. My name is Corey Hilliard, Brandon Hill, House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, Mikasa Sukasa, be Hill, talk to him. Let's get into it.
Guys, just hit that subscribe button for us. Tap the notification bell while you're at it. Also, too, drop down there in those comment boxes. We always like to hear from you guys. Like the video as well if you guys like what you're hearing and you like what you're seeing. But last but not least, guys, we always want you guys to share these videos, put them on the social media platforms. The more people that can see our content, the better it is for the channel. So if you don't mind, help us out with that. Um,
Somebody's already in here. I don't think
man,
I've ever seen Holden before. He
yeah.
said, "How about them Sooners?" So we already did a reaction show to this, but I'll give my quick little second reaction.
Holden was the one that was in here our last college football show, Corey.
Oh, okay. Was he? Is he the
Ohio State.
Ohio State
He's
guy?
the Ohio State guy.
Holden, you got some stuff to talk because the CFP, my man, came out and put your Ohio State Buckeyes number one in the first official CFP rankings last week. So they kind of the new rankings come out tomorrow. If I had to guess, I would say that Ohio State's probably still going to be number one. But yes, Holden, we'll talk about Bedlam real quick since you're in here. Um, the
Nah,
the
we
last
don't got to do
installation
that.
of it. I'll give my quick thoughts on it. I think what killed the Sooners this past week was turnovers. You can't have three turnovers, especially on the road. Turnovers are the great equalizer. Do I think
100%.
OU is the better, more talented team than Oklahoma State? Absolutely, 100% without a doubt. But turnovers are the great equalizer in any sport when you're playing team sports. So when you have turnovers like they did, um, you lead the other team in it. And some spotty play calling by Jeff Levy, um, and then some helps on the refs for sure. I'm not going to deny that 100%. There are some calls that we got from the refs that were 100% on the Oklahoma State side, but I said it on the show, the instant reaction. I played in four of them. I've been watching Bedlam from years. Usually the calls do not go our way in Bedlam, and this year they just happen to. So, B Hill, anything you want to do to put a cap on the last Bedlam that we'll see for a while?
This is a good game by Oklahoma State. They played. They played some amazing football. That's
That's
all I
it.
got. You
That's all
you
you
want
got.
you want to hear what I said? Go back and watch the Bedlam video. Talked about it already. It's already in the past. No, it was a great game by Oklahoma State, forcing Oklahoma to have those three turnovers. Um, they just handled their business.
Yeah,
Michigan gonna sue if they get suspended.
I did not see that. This is
That
news to
is
me.
that is just so Michigan. That's trash.
You got caught with
Yeah,
your hand in a cookie jar. I don't
yeah,
understand what you're gonna sue about, man.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Who the hell are you gonna sue, and what are you gonna sue? So
I'll ask you this, B Hill. If you're the Big Ten commissioner, right? It's his first year, the Big Ten commissioner, whatever his name is. This is his first year on the job as the commissioner of the Big Ten. What do you do? Right? They had this big meeting with all of the coaches last week.
it,
Um, do you do you suspend Michigan from the big? The most they can do, I think, the Big Ten as the commissioner is suspend Michigan and say they can't play in the Big Ten championship. I think that's the most that they can do. I don't know if they can ban them from a bowl. I think that has to be self-imposed. Um, Anything further than that would have to come from the NCAA, but the NCAA is notorious for taking their time on investigations like this. What would you do if you were head of the Big Ten?
I mean, really, at the end of the day, what's it gonna matter? Ohio State and Michigan are gonna play. That's essentially the Big Ten championship to me, in my mind. So let's play like Ohio State loses to Michigan and Michigan beats them, right? Then it's not going to matter. What are you going to do? You're going to hold Michigan out of the Big Ten championship? They're still going to be able to get into the college football playoff because they'll be undefeated and they would have beaten Ohio State. So they're going to ban them. There's going to be like a bowl ban or something that's issued next season. I don't think that you can punish them midway through the season. I really don't. Just because of the timing of all this, they would have done something already, Corey, and they haven't.
I think they're close. I
think
they're close to getting ready to do something. Now, Michigan, they go to Penn State. Penn State's number 9 right now, if you can see on the rankings on the live screen. I mean, they got to go to Happy Valley.
They're not.
You don't think Penn State? You don't think Penn State's going to beat Michigan?
No, because Penn State's offense is too stagnant to beat a Michigan. Michigan's got a high potent offense. They're going to beat them. They'll beat them. So that's just where I'm at with it. Jim Trust, man. Let's go playoff a year, getting discounted Bible verses, tattoos, so don't even want to know how bad it will actually be for cheating.
That's
I
true.
mean,
that's true.
It is true. It is. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting.
This is a serious deal. This goes past what Jim Tressel did. I mean, for crying out loud, Jim Harbaugh got suspended 3 games this year for hamburgers or something like that and lying about it.
Right.
So this goes way above and beyond. I don't see how you let Michigan get to the Final Four and get a CFP bid this year with all of this going on, because it was just taint the playoffs.
They're going to, Corey.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I do.
It's pretty clear cut to you.
I think that's how it's going to work out, because you're going to have Michigan and Ohio State that are going to be ranked high. Let's just say it's a close game and Michigan barely loses. They'll find a way to put them in.
Who are your big winners? We'll go over big winners and big losers from the past college football weekend.
I mean, it really is status quo, is it not? Because like all the top teams in the college football playoff rankings won their games. So that's where I'm at with it.
Sorry, I was talking to my son.
No, you're good. All the top teams won their games, Corey. So
the top 9 stayed the same. I would say big winners probably would be there really is nobody other than Oklahoma State beating a top 10 team.
Yeah, not as far as like the college football playoff is concerned.
Yeah, and Oklahoma State really has no chance of making the CLP. So we gotta. It is status quo. Like you said, there's really nothing to go over. We'll find out a lot this week with Michigan versus Penn State.
I'm sorry, Caleb. Caleb looked pretty upset at that game against Washington.
He did cry, or he had a moment with his family. Alex Grinch, before we move on to the NFL real quick.
Fired. Get on out of here. It's about damn time, man. Dude's been absolute garbage for them.
Yeah, he's been terrible.
So who is Lincoln going to hire now?
I don't know.
We're going to see. I think Lincoln's gone, honestly. I do. I think Lincoln's about to dip on him.
Look, he could take an NFL job, but I just think it's too soon to start forecasting that. I truly believe that Grinch being gone and him having to find a new D coordinator might revitalize the defense next year. I don't know what they're going to do for the rest of the year, but he's got to recruit better defensive players. And some of this falls on him. Yeah. I mean, Lincoln Riley's not excluded from this, man. Like, you held on to him way too long. You sat by and watched it happen. This is a problem that you now have to deal with because you allowed it to happen. So
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. We're going to see.
We're going to see.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
All right.
But man, let's move in here. Let's move in here to the NFL.
We'll talk NFL.
Yes, we do TikTok, Holden. Go follow us.
All right, so here's some notables, and we'll run down pretty quick and kind of talk about each game, give our thoughts before we get off here. Going all the way back to last Thursday, you know who's a dude that I was not high on coming out of the draft this year? Will Levis.
He did his little thing. I mean, they lost, but yeah, he did his little thing.
He's pretty solid, man. He's pretty solid. And they only put up 16 points on a road, short week. That's coming off a 4-touchdown performance. You look at the rookie quarterbacks that came out, and we'll talk about a couple more here in a second. But Will Levis, man, I think that job is his now. Sorry, Ryan Tannehill, your time with the Titans, my man, is
it's over.
Done.
It's over.
Dolphins,
which is long overdue, though, Corey. I mean, let's be real. Tannehill's been stinking.
No, he has. They had a moment 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I believe, where they played the Chiefs in the NFC Championship. But since then, it really hadn't been pretty for Tannehill in that offense. So, Dolphins, Chiefs.
Chiefs snuck out of this one.
They were up 21-0, man.
That's what I'm saying. They kind of snuck out of this one, but their defense handled business when they needed to handle business. They won the game. The Chiefs' defense has been one of the top units this year. It hasn't really been the Mahomes. Mahomes and Kelsey are doing what they need to do to win games. Don't get me wrong, but the Chiefs' defense has been doing a good job.
I think the Chiefs are void of a true number one receiver. Now, you got Travis Kelsey, who's probably the best tight end of all time, but I think they need some more help receiving.
Probably, no, he is the greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah,
there's no probably to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a debate, I'm sure some people have some people, some other guys.
Let's just talk about the game of the week. This was the absolute game of the week, gem of the week. Joshua Dobbs, off the practice squad, just traded for the dude. Third string quarterback coming into the game. What does he do? Joshua Dobbs just wins the game on the road for the Vikings.
Man.
No Justin Jefferson. This team, the Vikings, they were 1-4. I was on here saying it myself. These jokers are tanking for Caleb. They're not. It's not a tank job no more, Corey. They're a legitimate playoff contender.
Yeah,
they're legitimate.
They're very much in the thick for the NFC North. They're only 2 games behind Detroit. They haven't played Detroit yet.
And our defense is actually like
solid.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Like we have some corners and safeties that can cover somebody, and like the defensive line gets a good push. They're good against the run. I mean, I don't know, man. This was I watched the game yesterday because I'm a Vikings fan, of course, but I was just, man, the rookie too, in his first drive before he just got absolutely smoked on that play trying to go score. He actually looked pretty good too, Corey. So,
yeah,
Jaren Hall. That's who it was.
Jaren Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
So here's the question. Let me ask you this: do you go back to Jaren Hall or do you stay with Dobbs?
I think that's why Kevin O'Connell gets paid the money that he does to coach the Vikings. And I don't get paid anything to sit here and talk about sports.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's tough. That's really a tough one because Jaren Hall looked good, but Joshua Dobbs just, I mean, the way that he played, man, you can't take that dude off the field. It was fun to watch, man, to see how he was getting out of the pocket, Corey, and running and doing all that. Dude, that was fun to watch. I don't know.
You guys have won 4 straight. You're 5-4. Who would have thunk? At 1-4, I was with you, man. I was like, you guys are done.
Done.
And lo and behold, 5-4, man. You got a winning record and you're only 2 games out. So congratulations to you and your Vikings. Skull.
Right. I like it.
All right. Browns, Cardinals. You won't spend too much time on this one, other than to say the Cleveland Browns, 5-3, tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. They have the best defense in football. All right. And to me, it's the best division in football. Every team in this division has a winning record. Right.
Right.
Man.
No, it's the Cardinals.
I know it's the Cardinals, but I'll say this: that Browns team, it's going to be a fun coming down the stretch to see who wins that division. They could possibly get 3 teams, I think, in the wild card out of that division. So, shouts out to the AFC North for sure.
I could see that.
Packers, Rams, not much to talk about there. Yeah, not much to talk about there.
The Cowboys and the Eagles really is the next game to even think of. The Seahawks and Ravens game, that surprised me that the Seahawks just got absolutely dump trucked. The Ravens are they're legit, man. They're a problem.
They're a problem. If we're talking about teams that are just
AFC contenders to go to the Super Bowl.
You remember who my preseason pick was to represent the AFC?
The Ravens.
The Ravens, and this is why, my man.
They really, really, really look good. Like really good. that Roquan Smith addition from the Chicago Bears this offseason for that defense was huge.
Huge, yeah.
It was huge. Yeah. Roquan Smith is he's a top 5 linebacker in the NFL. Is that fair to say?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
No doubt about it.
No doubt. And this is why I picked them in the preseason. Because Lamar's been hurt the last 5 weeks of the past 2 years. And both times he went out, they were either a game out of the AFC lead or tied for the 1 seed in the AFC. And so he's playing good ball. They beat a Seahawks team who's leading their division, a winning football team by 34 points. And the week before that, they dusted the Detroit Lions by about 30 plus, which are 2 good ball clubs. I mean, the Seahawks and the Lions are both leading their division, and they beat both of those teams by 30 plus points. I mean, they're a problem. They're going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, sorry, I was reading these comments over here. Steven, you can just find me on House Divided Podcast on Twitter as far as that goes. He said he was at the game, front row tickets, and had a video for us. So.
Oh, he's at Bedlam?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Hey, Steven G, how about Okie Light, baby? Okie Light got ourselves a dub, baby.
Got him.
He said, yes, sir. All right, going back to the NFL recap. CJ Stroud might be.
He's a baller. He balled.
He's the best. He's the best rookie quarterback so far. It might be the offensive rookie of the year, dude. 470 yards, 5 touchdowns. The dude has ice water in his veins, man. I mean, come on, bro. What else is there to say about CJ Stroud? I love this for CJ Stroud because right before the draft, there was some QB test that it wasn't the Wonderlic, it was something else. And he had scored the lowest score ever. And was getting trashed in the media, and they're saying he wasn't smart enough to play quarterback and all of this. He's handily been the best rookie quarterback of this class.
Yeah.
And he's been a pleasant surprise, man. So
by far. Yeah, by far. He's been better than Bryce Young in Carolina. I can't even think of any other.
Well, you got Richardson for the Colts, who's out for the year because he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah,
And
but
then you think about Will Levis, who we talked about earlier, who's only started 2 games and looked pretty good. But CJ Stroud, man, the Houston Texans hit on this one, bro. They really did. I mean, a couple years after losing Deshaun Watson, when he forced his way out, you're thinking, what are the Texans going to do? And they come back and they draft the right quarterback in this draft. They didn't reach for Richardson. They didn't reach for Will Levis. The Panthers took Bryce Young, #1 overall, and they're sitting there at #2, and they had a decision to make because a lot of people were high on Richardson out of Florida. A lot of people were high on Will Levis out of Kentucky, and they took the right guy, and it's paying dividends. They're 4-4, man. So congratulations to the Texans.
Congrats. For real. They deserve it too, because the Texans have been just trash their whole careers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have. Here's one me and you can both celebrate. You want to talk about this one? Did you see any of this last night?
I didn't see any of it. I seen that the Eagles beat the Cowboys though. And that's all that matters. And they've got and they've got a big lead in the division. I mean, that kind of gives them a stranglehold on that division over there. What is that? That's 3 games plus the tiebreaker.
It's it's essentially a 4-game lead.
They're better. The Eagles are a better football team than the Cowboys. I knew this coming into it. The Eagles just have too much, man. That's why the Eagles were my pick to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. That's why I had it. I mean, because nobody in the NFC is going to be able to compete with them whenever it matters. That's just what it's going to come down to.
That's what it's looking like, man. They're too strong up front on both sides of the offense and defensive line. I mean, both of those units, and that's where you win game in the trenches, man. And then you throw on top of that AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, 2 high-level receivers. They can run the ball with DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell.
Goddard did get hurt in the game though yesterday. He hurt his forearm. He said he was having surgery. That it would be about a 4-week timetable for a return. So
yeah,
that's kind of tough, but they'll be all right. The Eagles will be just fine.
And to cap it off, man, this team right here, the Cincinnati Bengals. I think nobody. They started off the year 1-3, I think. Go ahead.
I can't believe people were doubting Joe Burrow. They thought Joe Burrow was just about to fall off the face of the earth. A lot of people did. Because of the slow start that he had and everything, there was a lot of people writing him off. And it's like, look at them now. They're 5-3. They just beat the Bills. They own the Bills, though, Corey. Like, they usually beat the Bills. They usually beat the Chiefs. Like, Joe Burrow has good success against the quote-unquote best quarterbacks in the AFC in Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, man, the only thing Joe Burrow's missing is a Super Bowl, man. I think I've said it before. Joe Burrow goes and wins the Super Bowl, he becomes one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL like that.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. He does. I mean, him and his team do this every year. I mean, they start slow, and then they just start racking up wins. Man, it's really cool to see Joe Burrow once again get doubted, and then once again prove everybody wrong. Like, y'all thought it was over. It's not over, man. So that was an NFL week in a nutshell. Right now, the Ravens and the Eagles, man, they're looking pretty special. Those two teams right there, and the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, you can't discount them. You know what I mean?
Even though the Chiefs did just lose to the damn Broncos before they beat the Miami Dolphins, but I digress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you do?
Who knows?
So
who knows?
That's about it, man. Anything else you want to talk about? I think we should probably do a preview show sometime later this week. I got some more time now that football is over for me and my squad. But
anytime.
We're starting to get into the thick of this college football season, man. We got 3 weeks left. There's a lot of things that's about to go down. A lot of football left to be played. So we'll talk about that. We'll hop back on here and do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right then, man. Well, shoot, this is all you got tonight, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm ready to hop off here and get on here and watch my Lakers game, man. Playing the Miami Heat right now, so we'll see if my Lakers can pick up a dub tonight, man.
Stephen G wants us to look at this video. He said he posted it to our Twitter.
Hang on here, let me get it.
I think I'm gonna pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I got it right here.
You got it? Can you share your screen?
I ain't got it like that. I just got it on my phone.
Hold on, I think I got it. I think I just pulled it up. Ask Steven, did he post at us?
Yeah, he tweeted it at us.
I'm gonna share this just for Steven. Oh man, this is funny.
Is this the one where they cheated us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one where you just grab the dude. Yeah.
Hey, Stephen G, you and your OU fans, y'all can suck it. The last Bedlam was ours, baby. Take that. I don't care if it was a pass interference. I don't care if he mugged him, tackled him, slapped his face. I don't care, baby. Go home, take that L, sit on it. Orange power for life. Okie Light, baby.
I'm about to end this stream, man. I'm done with this. Can't take this no more. Y'all cheating. Y'all's out here cheating, bro. Y'all cheating.
Oh, look at that orange.
Look at that
orange, man. Okie Light for life.
That's crazy.
He said I wanted Brandon to respond, not Corey. Go ahead and say something, Brandon. Go ahead.
It was terrible. It was an absolute freaking missed call. It was a big missed call. But here's the thing. I've said it already. We can't turn the ball over 3 freaking times. You don't turn the ball over 3 times. It doesn't matter about that pass interference call. That means absolutely nothing. But you give us that pass interference call. It's in the end zone. You get the ball at the 2-yard line. OU's scoring a touchdown there. I like the chances. So it didn't happen, though. We were in Stillwater. That's 2 years in a row now in Stillwater that they cheated with the refs. So Mike Gundy brought out his checkbook for that game. Got what it did. What it took. Did what it took.
It was a good video, Steven. It was a good video. It highlighted in all its glory the pass interference call that was never called and will never be called, buddy. Okie Light. All right, man. Close us out, bro.
Man, as always, guys, if you're not already, hop down there, hit that subscribe button. This House Divided family is just growing. We hit 100 subscribers. Help us get to 200. That's the goal. We're on our way to 200 now. We have passed the 100 mark. So, as always, guys, that's my guy Corey over there. This your boy B Hill right here. Peace out, guys. Stay up. Be good.
Peace.